Absian, Mimahu Akwaba, Edo buy and platform ye, so yedi a share mumwa, and send be a trendy our social media concerning a year Donald Trump, our year America for Mampenina. Absian, young conquest story no said ye a see a day, at say, according to say some media outlets, nature, some publications. Wɔn say ɛyɛ America President Donald Trump ɔmo kyerɛ mu a wɔafiri mu na mesrɛ mo concerning saa nsensɛm yi no yɛntie emu nkyerɛ mu ne sɛ deɛ si tie ne deɛ ɛkɔ nyinaa ɛyɛ dɛn ɛfa papa yi ɛho like video yi na share na afoforo ɛnya bi ɛnhwɛ mesrɛ mo yɛntie deɛ ɛtwa gu a ɛfa Donald Trump ho ɛmbra.
Donald Trump is dead is trending on Twitter this morning. Donald Trump did have a massive bruise on his hand recently, and Donald Trump's vice president said yesterday that he was ready to take charge of the presidency in case something horrible happened. There was also a news article saying Trump died at 79. To many people, those four things combined made it sound like Donald Trump is dying or dead. But that news article is fake, and Trump's vice president was saying he's ready to take over in the context of Trump's attempted assassination last year. Donald Trump is alive and relatively well right now in the White House. Another thing of note is that Trump does not have any meeting on his public schedule for the weekend. This is what happens most weekends. It's rare for Trump to have weekend events unless they coincide with a major holiday like Easter. We do know that Donald Trump has a chronic medical condition, and that's what caused the grossness on his hand.
There's a lot of speculations on social media about the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, about his death. People are saying that he's dead, and Donald Trump is dead, and blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of rumors going on social media. But I always follow CNN, Al Jazeera, or BBC. Since Minyan TV, Biasa from BBC, Al Jazeera, and the international world news stations. I don't believe Donald Trump is dead. Probably he might be going through some health issues. He might be battling with some critical health issues. I don't think Donald Trump is dead now. Yes. And a lot of people are saying that Donald Trump is someone who cannot stay away from tweets. On social media, he loves to tweet always on social media. It's been days now, getting to a week now, you never see any tweets from Donald Trump. So people are saying that Donald Trump is dead. Some are also saying that the American flag has been flew only halfway. When the flag is flew halfway, it means there's a danger ahead. But do you believe Donald Trump is dead? Do you believe that Donald Trump is dead? I don't believe. How about you? What will you get out of it if Donald Trump is dead? Come on, please. Let's stop the speculations. Donald Trump, do you want Donald Trump dead? Why? Do you believe he's dead? Do you want him dead? No. I don't think Donald Trump is dead. Maybe Nampomudin and I want to cry and want to touch man, Nampomudin, some, and I will share any health issues, any life, maybe a soldier or Yari, but an Chester will. Yes, I don't believe Donald Trump is dead. I mean, there's a lot of rumors going on there. You can choose to believe them or not. Yes, BBC is there, CNN is there, Al Jazeera. None of them have reported about the death of the president. And see,
Donald Trump, the president of the United States, was seen for the first time in almost 4 days. Today, the 31st of August, 2025. So, to all of those of you that were hoping something happened to him, or to those of you that were praying for something to happen to him, I have to disappoint all of you. Donald Trump is still here. Nothing happened to him. But the man looked very and really unwell. Something is not right. We know Trump is going through the vein blood clot situation on his leg, the deep vein thrombosis, DVT, where vein popped up in your leg, like really big fat vein because of blood clot. We know Donald Trump is suffering that severely. And for me, I suspect he had gone through a major surgery for those this time around. And that is why he was not seen for the last 4 days. But anyway, he was saying very briefly today, about 30 seconds to 40 seconds, and that was it. But he looked really unwell. A lot of statements were made by Donald Trump on his website today. Donald Trump said he is open to China sending forces to Ukraine as peacekeepers. That would be another win for Vladimir Putin. And I'll tell you the reason why that is in a moment. Donald Trump said otherwise he is also open to mercenary groups like private military companies to be the forces to maintain the peace in Ukraine, which means, again, it is a win for Russia, because I mentioned this so many times. There is no way Vladimir Putin will allow NATO or the United States or any other unfriendly countries to Russia to put boots in Ukraine. It's not going to happen. Now, that is that from Donald Trump. We come to the side of Zelensky. Zelensky continued to call for unconditional ceasefire. He said nothing will ever go through, nothing will ever happen, nothing will ever, in terms of ending the war in Ukraine or getting a peace deal with Russia, if there is no ceasefire, nothing is going to happen, right? Russia, on the other hand, is saying, we want an end to this war. We need to discuss the root cause of this war and end it once and for all. There is no point calling for ceasefire for you, Ukraine, to reinforce your defenses, to pump weapons into the country, and then to continue fighting with Russia. It doesn't make any sense. What is the point of a ceasefire when there is no agreement, right? It makes sense. Russia is saying that is what they want. Ukraine, on the other side, is saying we want a ceasefire, instead of calling for an end to the war, like Russia is saying. Now, if you look at it from the standing point of somebody that has common sense, right? You would expect Ukraine to be the one arguing for what Russia is arguing for, right? You would expect Ukraine to be the one on the side of what Russia wants, because Russia wants the war to end once and for all, right? But instead, Ukraine is calling for ceasefire, a pause, 30 days pause, unconditional ceasefire. But then, the war is not going to end. Just ceasefire to do what?
Absia, not just say, dear Etie, according to report, Donald Trump, Absia, 1 year she, and a 1 year day, won't free moon so, but now a man for say, Biaseno, a year Ghana for the Musu say, BB goes well, or mobile man for to Nissan man, agrofin or me. What I say, yes, into we, yes, we work on pa, and not just a more for so, a community by force, yes, but. Abusia ye follow the ABCBiano, ye the beard day, ye the bebrem what men saying, or share post to be a daily mail for ebe post to ya concerning a year say wumia, not just a year, name sabia according to daily mail for no, according to some Americans, no, almost say or some bruises, I watch us and sound said you won't be screen used to yam, and not just say I must say for this, now a moon, and they said now more trendy news say Adena. Were free mo said and there no empty dear ever one they said she's sorry, he's alive and kicking well. Yet Donald Trump much as be a yet at the amano. Subscribe to your channel for updates na name for war ANC.